So as long as you are fired up about this baseball stuff, there was a story that you said you had, so why don't we do that now? I've never heard this story before, so.
Okay, well, it's very interesting. I work security at Bob's clothing store.
Well, it's because you're tall.
It's because I'm tall and I can work security. They respect my authority. So,
what place? Bob's?
Bob's clothing stores. It's not the furniture store.
Okay.
People usually think I stop people from stealing couches and whatnot. That's not what it is.
That's got to be super easy, though.
The guy who looks like George Carlin on those commercials?
The guy that walks in with nothing and leaves with a love seat, it's very obvious he's stealing stuff.
Would they try and put it in the pants, or would they just try and bum rush for the door?
And that's how big the pants are.
Oh, yeah.
As we learned before.
I think the Incredible Hulk will easily...
Yeah, you can fit a whole 3-seater in there.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm at work, and I'm actually doing work. Usually I'm sleeping, probably steal anything.
Well, you're a security guard.
Yeah,
I'm
that's sleeping.
Part of the job.
I'm watching movies, or I'm playing Civilization, something terrible. But I'm actually...
What is that game?
It's bad, but it's that boring. I play chess.
Is it like Roller Coaster Tycoon, but for people?
Kind of.
Like The Sims?
Yes, it is.
Civilization?
But yeah, but
you
build armies and cities and whatnot, and then you destroy other armies and cities. But anyway, I'm actually working. That's the point. I'm actually doing work. And because I work security, I go back on camera, I find out that this kid stole a pair of shoes. But then he purchased something. So I need to go to my manager and ask him to run the receipt just to see who it is, because we can get his name, and then boom, he gets arrested. So anyway, I'm looking for my manager on the floor, and there's a door right on the floor, right next to the sports clothes. There's a door where managers can go in. It's the manager's office. So I walk up to there, the light's on, and I take a quick peek in, and what I see is my manager standing up, pants unzipped, hard dick out of his pants.
What?
Out of his pants, jacking off. Not only did I see this...
Lights on? That's insane.
Lights on, and he's casually... There was papers on the table. Papers. No porn. I didn't see porn. Granted, I only looked for like 2 seconds.
A casual jerk?
It's a casual... I can't even tell you. It's haunted my dreams how casual this guy was beating off at work. It says two things. One, he's been doing this a very long time. This is not his first time doing it. And two, he had no fear.
Oh my... The lights were on?
The lights were on.
Well, that's true. If you're going to do it slowly, basically that means you're not worried, or you've done this before. Like, if I ever had to jack off at work, I'm sure I'd do it as quickly as possible, like 2 seconds and done.
But it was almost like he wasn't even going for the end result, because he was so casual. It's like he just felt like playing with a hard dick for a little bit. That's what it looked
Pants
like.
Off?
No, pants were on. He just had the zipper down.
Unzipped?
I don't want people to think I stood there for a minute analyzing this.
Well, you're painting us a picture.
No, I'm painting a picture, but this is the picture I saw within 2 seconds, because I immediately jumped out of the way. I literally jumped out of the door.
Did he see you?
I don't know. That is the problem. This is what I've been having problems at work. I don't know if he saw me. I know I saw him. So I don't know. And that was the problem. But at the same time, I'm also trying to be professional and do my job. I can't have another customer see this. He goes to jail.
Yeah, you said there's a window in the door.
There's a window that was open. Usually, here's the thing. Usually it's been blacked out by like a black sheet of paper. Today it was off. So who knows how long this has been going on.
Maybe he took it off. Maybe he gets off like that. Maybe he wants people to look in and see him.
You're not the first one to say this. But
damn it, I thought I was.
But anyway, I go back to my office, and I call. I had to page him because I need to get him to stop. And maybe hearing a male's voice sometimes gets you to stop, I guess.
He's jerking off to numbers on pieces of paper. I don't think anything stops.
I don't think a male voice is going to do anything but put oil on the fire.
Okay, well, I didn't know what to do. I thought this was the best course of action. So I page him, I'm like, yo, and I'm trembling. My voice is trembling. I don't even know what to say. I didn't plan what I was going to say. I just wanted him to stop. I'm like, I'm going to leave. I'll be back in a little bit. And I hang up. And then I leave for 4 hours.
Do you think that he maybe was like, hey, maybe I just was seen doing this? Or because you're the security guard. You have eyes everywhere. That's, you'd like to think that.
Here's the proof. What I think is proof that he didn't know that I saw him. A week later, I'm on vacation, and I get a phone call from my manager.
Wait, let's back up a second, because who did you report to?
Okay, well, when
you saw this, you left, but then you had to tell somebody. Did you tell anybody?
I freaked out, and when I left, I'm driving in my car. I don't know where I'm driving, but I was driving in my car, and I had to tell my supervisor, and then I had to call my manager. And the thing is, I don't want to get this guy fired. Like, I like this guy, yada, yada, but you can't...
Well, Totally, I'm going to be like, this guy should be fired.
No, absolutely, he should be fired.
You don't want to...
He's a nice guy. I mean, I like him. You work with him. He always helps us out and stuff. So I like him.
But once your cock comes out, all bets are off. You're not friends anymore.
Let me ask you something right now.
That's pretty much every relationship ever. Once your cock comes out, the friendship zone has been breached. It either implodes or it grows into a relationship.
And when that place is where you work,
yeah,
that guy's got to go.
Well, let me tell you, I now understand all the sexual suits and everything. I can't tell you how uncomfortable it is to work there. The couple weeks after, I felt so weird going into work.
Did you go over to that window again?
No,
or do you never go?
I refuse to. But like I was saying, I was on vacation the next week.
You told your manager that he was jerking off.
Both my managers,
and he wasn't immediately fired.
No, he was not. We were gonna just let it run its course, see if it happened again. It was pretty much the opposite. Look, we don't get paid a lot, all right?
What do you mean? Let it run its course?
Let me tell you something. The first time I masturbated, I didn't say, you know what? That's the last time I'm doing that. I thought I didn't get caught. I'm doing this again.
What you have to realize is, even though I saw it, I was still questioning myself. It's like seeing a ghost. You know, you've never seen this before. Are your eyes tricking you? Did you actually see this? And I felt almost bad even reporting it because I'm like, maybe my brain...
You almost convinced yourself that it was a dream.
Yes, because it was so bad.
And you dream about people masturbating.
It's something you've never seen. It's hard to believe you actually saw it.
I think you're going to a deeper dream state. I think it's like the porn version of Inception when you're dreaming about...
It's a penis on top of a penis and inside of a penis. I don't know, but it was terrible. And I didn't know, and...
Hold on.
What?
You reported this to your manager.
Yes.
He didn't get fired.
He did not.
This is like, who are you, the Penn State administration working there?
There was no one else in the room.
Everybody's just turning a blind eye until things get worse.
No, but it did get worse.
Of course.
No, of course it did, and let me tell you, okay? Because a week later, I get a phone call from my supervisor. He goes, Neilson, I respect you. I know you're an honest person. You don't make things up. But I have to say, I was skeptical about your report because it's so unbelievable.
This is over the phone? This is a big building. This is a big building.
By the way, I'm in the car. I'm in the car with my girlfriend and my girlfriend's parents, so I can't lose my mind here. He goes, Neilson, I now believe you. I'm like, why? It's like me and
He just said, I believe you.
He goes,
you knew exactly what he was talking about?
I knew.
Okay.
I knew.
What did he say?
There's a certain voice that you talk with when you're talking about masturbation at work,
yeah.
Okay?
It's a whisper.
Yeah. Anyway, so he's talking to me. He goes, me and my two buddies were at work, and we needed to find this employee. And we walk over to the office, and we're making jokes like, oh, he's going to be doing it, he's going to be doing it. And he looks in, and under the table, he said, furiously, going to town. Obviously. So at least this time he sat down under the table.
And he was going, He did it again.
Going to town. Okay?
Like a monkey in a zoo.
It was terrible. But this time, one of the three people that saw it stood at the window and just stared at him until he looked back and looked in his eyes. And he waved and said, what's up? And then he left. So he now knows he was caught.
The guy who said what's up? The guy masturbating or the guy looking in the window?
The guy looking in the window.
What did the guy masturbating do?
Apparently he just casually sat up and just waited. This is the report I received.
Was this written? Is this a written report or is this is a verbal? Oh my god!
Statement from very reliable sources, though. Astonishing.
All right. Now,
wait a second. He still works there or no? He got fired after the second time.
No, he works.
He still works there. Neilson,
he's a grand employee.
You have to be kidding me.
Hey, look, I don't make these decisions. All right?
You could have easily made this decision, Sandusky.
Look, I did what I had to do. I reported the event to my superior. That's what I have to do, and I did it. And
no,
it's his job.
You got to go ahead. I would have went right to the police. So we got a chronic, public, habitual masturbator.
It just won't stop. Can't stop.
Now, all right. As I understand,
Mike McQuarrie over here.
Yeah, I had you brought in for us a voicemail you left on a friend's phone after this incident.
Yes, when I left, I can't even...
This is going to be great.
I can't even explain to you the terror, the fear, the anxiety, everything that was running through my body. Like I said, I was driving in no particular direction. I didn't know where I was. I was just driving. I'm calling people up. I have to tell people.
You just left during your shift.
4 hours. I don't swipe out. I got paid for those 4 hours. That's not my fault I left. But, so I'm just driving, and I have to call people. You can't keep this bottled up. This isn't something you
It's
can just
one of
throw
those
away.
things.
You need to tell somebody, okay? This is not acceptable. If you keep that buried inside, you're just going to lose your mind one day. You're going to be drunk one night at the bar, and you're just going to lose it, all right? So I had to tell people. So I left a very interesting message on my friend's phone.
We had the clip.
You had it.
Oh, my God. Setting the scene again. Just to set the scene one more time.
Okay, you ready?
This is post you seeing a man, your coworker, jerking off.
Mind you, this is the first hard penis I've ever seen that wasn't mine.
I picture you in like a white, like OJ in the Bronco, just screaming down the freeway.
Yes, absolutely. So I see it. I go in my office. I have to page him before I leave. So I try to do the right thing. And then I hop in my car and frantically drive off. Frantically. There might as well have been 20 cop cars behind me.
Oh my God.
So that was me. That was post-penis.
You sounded like a person that I've never heard before.
A man on a rage. I can't even...
It was Jodie Foster from The Accused. You really sounded like that.
I lost it. What would you guys do? What would you do?
I don't know. I probably would have joined. No, that's insane.
No, there's no protocol to this. There's no lesson when you're 18 years old, your parents sit down with you and teach you how to react if you ever see a guy jerking off at work.
The birds, the bees, and your boss masturbating.
Yeah, it doesn't happen. I never got that conversation.
You didn't catch that in orientation?
No,
okay,
I
if you
didn't.
ever see a coworker jerking off, casually or furiously,
Yeah.
this is what you do. They didn't go over that one?
I never went to that class.
Well, I mean...
I can't believe this guy still works there. And you guys like shake hands. You're friendly. You're, hey,
Well, let's
Bill,
cross
what's going
swords.
on? What's the guy's name?
Well, we did take some course of action. We did write an anonymous letter, which outlines the events that occurred and
did
stated...
you type it or was it handwritten?
It was typed. We took you have no idea the protocol that went down to make sure there's no way he could find out it was us. We used different printers. We used different pens and
You
different...
didn't even want to use your home printer.
We didn't.
Just trace it back.
We have cameras in our room, so we can't have that. I literally went in my room and wrote up a completely different report. So if he looks back on the camera, it looks like I was writing something else. We did everything possible. We used different handwriting techniques when we signed it. It was just, we did everything. We worded things in ways that words we don't even know exist. Like, we're not the smartest people in the world. We're not using huge words. We're not using SAT words. So we use big words to make it sound very corporate-y.
You used plethora, didn't you?
Plethora, yeah, a lot.
Yes.
I use plethora crazy, man.
Ironically, you use plethora a lot.
Yes.
Listen, what happened? You gave him the note? Did you slide it under the door? Did you mail it to him? To his home address?
Masturbate again and then give it to him?
We know where all the cameras are. So we literally mapped out a route. We can go through the store without being on a camera.
Cat Birdbush style.
Yes. While not being seen on the camera and carrying the letter. And then we found out he was going to be off for a week. So we wanted to drop the letter off and then not hear from it for a week. You know what I'm saying? There's no way he can even look back on the cameras and see who it was, even if he made a mistake. So it was perfect. So we got it a week later. We haven't heard a word. Let's just say he hasn't been around us as much as he used to be. He usually comes in and says hi and stuff. Not so much anymore. So he definitely has an idea. But
I think it's more than an idea.
But you know what? I feel clear. Because after I saw him...
Well, this is the whole... You should have confronted this guy right in the beginning. Hey, you're jerking off at work. That's uncomfortable for everyone. Stop doing that.
I'm sorry. You would honestly be able to walk into the room of a masturbating man.
It's one of those things you got to grow some balls and do.
You know, it's a lot harder than you think. It's very...
I know it's going to be hard. But the easy way out is writing a letter and not telling anybody.
Yeah, and I took the easy way out. Hey, I told my superiors. I did what I had to do. I'm clean. I'm clean, man.
As long as you can sleep at night.
I'm sleeping. I couldn't sleep for a while. Don't get me wrong. I had a lot of bad nightmares. I've never seen another man's hard penis. I'm sorry. It just hasn't happened. Not in person, anyway. It just doesn't happen. It doesn't come up in your daily routine. Eat cereal, then look at a guy's hard penis. This doesn't occur.
Now, I want to go back to the audio. Because, I mean, that was fucking epic. That was great. There was a thumping noise in the beginning of that? Did you just hit a pedestrian or something? What was that?
I remember when I was calling my friend, I was so enraged and so. Do you know when you're so?
Did you even? The fact that we have that audio clip is amazing. I love that thing. And did you even know who you were calling? Did you just hit redial?
I called multiple people, and I was waiting for someone to pick up. I figured he would be a good person. It's one of my good friends. He's smart, and I don't know. He would know what to do. Maybe give me some life advice.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I called a bunch of people. That's one of the messages I left. I might have left more. I don't even remember. I'm pretty sure I blacked out.
You blacked it out.
Yeah, it was terrible. But I know while I was driving, I was so... Do you ever had something that if you just think of it, your body shakes or you just get grossed out or it makes you feel weird? It's a really embarrassing moment. While I'm driving, every time I thought about it, I would just freak out and I was just punching my car. And I was punching
the thumping?
That was the thumping.
Not only were you calling frantically, you're punching your car.
Punching my car, yes. Which isn't the most durable car, so I could have done some damage. I don't know. It was, what do you do? I don't know what to do. I've never been in this position before.
You're going to see this guy masturbate again.
It's highly possible.
You're going to. Or you're at least going to hear about it.
Yeah. But you know
He's
what?
going to keep doing it and doing it and doing it until somebody fires this guy.
Hey,
and he's going to go do it at a different job.
He gets caught again, you might have to pull the trigger. I'm pretty sure it's 3 strikes, you're out, right?
Not with masturbating. It's one.
No, yeah, it should just be a fly out on the first hit. But
it's a line out to left.